They're based out of town. Sent one of my boys to fetch them, but it's a few hours ride. And I heard the storm's pretty much cut off the road. So whoever brought all this spare equipment was not meant to be here. Agent, start digging. We need to find Hombers responsible for this. The fingerprints on the switch checkout D'Souza was definitely here when the tower malfunctioned. But we got him soon afterwards. So, either someone's helping him, or... Sir. On second thought, far-fetched theories are your department, Agent. So, go ahead, think on it, then tell me your conclusion. We've got a match for the fingerprints on the fuses. It's Katie Adams. What on earth does she have to do with wrecking this radio tower? We know she's been at the sites of at least 2 recent incidents. This girl may not be as innocent as she looks. Your men better watch her closely, Sheriff. We've verified the chemical signature. These nitrogen tanks are the same that were taken from the coal mine. Figures. The real question remains though, if all our previous suspects are detained, who took the tanks from the mine and caused that disaster? Alright, let's sum up everything we know. The way I see it, we've got at least 3 suspects involved. Archaeologist D'Souza claims to have been escorting an ancient sarcophagus. Nearly burns down this tower. Goes to the radio geek Katie Adams. Steals the fuses from the store, leaving 5 dead bodies and 1 wounded D'Souza behind. Brings the fuses here. Winds up in the mine. And then there's that son of a bitch who stole the nitrogen from the mine and killed everyone there. Yes. So, all 3 visited this tower. They also tried to repair it after the malfunction, for unknown purposes. Although they could easily be lying. So, what do you think, Agent? What links these 3 people? The people are random. They act against their normal behavior and have no memory of whatever they did afterwards. As if they were possessed. I may have actually faced a similar phenomenon in one of my previous cases. A scientific accident let out some sort of demon that took control of people. Good God, not this lunacy again. Well, anyway, we also shouldn't forget that a Mayan sarcophagus is involved. Say, Bill, have any local Native American burial grounds been disturbed lately? What, all Indians are the same to you, now? That's borderline racist, you know. I'm sorry, Bill, I was just theorizing. No disrespect meant. My point is, it all comes down to this tower. Why it burned out in the first place, and why they are trying to repair it now. Didn't Katie mention some sort of radio signal? Yes, a transmission. Whatever D'Souza tried to send the first time must still be in the system logs. If we repair the station, maybe we could access them. And finally learn the truth about this whole mess. Get to it, Agent. Agent, we need to learn what signal they were trying to send from this tower. This fuse box needs repairs. Now, to replace the fuse. Looks like you've restored the power. Well done. So, the perpetrator tried to send some kind of a signal from the tower. It was supposed to blast across all frequencies, to everywhere. And its contents are somewhat strange. Strange how? It might be pure gibberish or encoded, but there's certainly syntax and grammar. Structurally, it looks like an actual language. But if it is, it's one I don't recognize. Anyway, this signal put too much strain on the tower and its wiring caught on fire. There are signs of repairs, but without a powerful cooling system. The bastard can't send his signal. Exactly. So the perpetrator tried to send a signal from the tower, but its systems weren't strong enough. The perp repaired the damage, but the tower needs more juice. That's why they needed the transistors and fuses from the electronics store, and nitrogen from the mine, to build a cooling system. But a cooling system like that needs a lot of radiators to siphon the nitrogen. Where would the perp get those? Nothing like that in Blairfield, but there's an auto salvage near the town. He could strip some parts from the old cars. That's where the perpetrator is going next. Then we've got to catch them. Before we go, I need to say something. We can't ignore the weirdness of this case. Ancient sarcophagus, radiation, people with memory loss. I take it that you have another one of your crazy theories. As a matter of fact, I do. It looks like something was imprisoned in this sarcophagus. Some kind of an extinct parasite, perhaps. One that is capable of seizing control of the human brain. That would explain why all our suspects are suffering from memory loss. You're insane, Agent. I have to admit that the facts of this case are quite strange, but there is a logical explanation. We just need to find it. The fact is that it all started when the sarcophagus was opened. Something was inside it, and now it's out. And that sarcophagus was able to hold it for 3,000 years. Do you remember what the report said about its magnetic properties? Yeah, it was generating a magnetic field, right? One that was broken when this archaeologist moved the lid. Yes, it has to be important. All I'm trying to say is that when we find the perpetrator, we might need to think outside the box to capture them. It pains me to admit this, but there's some truth to what you've said. I'll keep it in mind. Meanwhile, we have a potential terrorist to capture. So, here we are. No sign of this thing we're hunting. Looks like, for once, we're one step ahead. Good thinking, Agent. The perpetrator will be here soon. If what you said about the sarcophagus is true, then how on earth are we supposed to catch them? How are we supposed to do that? It's a junkyard. There's a giant industrial magnet right behind you. Would you be able to tweak it to generate a field with the same characteristics as that of the sarcophagus? I'm no scientist, but it's basic physics. The real trick would be luring the perp under the magnet. They want the radiators, right? We can gather some. And put them under the magnet as a lure. This might work. Or not. And then we'll just have to use good old handcuffs. Maybe a bullet or two. There will be no bullets, Sheriff. We'll take this person alive. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to make a call. How is it that your boss has a working phone? The cell network is down. Yes, I understand is under control. It's a satellite phone. Strange that he brought it along, though. That's not standard protocol. Have a plan. I'll inform it's done. Okay then, let's find those radiators.